Hey guys, and thank you for joining me for yet another video. In this video, we are going to explore how to make chicken foot sauce. Yes, this is a delicacy that is enjoyed throughout the Caribbean in different ways. You can use chicken foot, you can use cow heel, you can use a variety of different meats, pigtail even. I've done it with pigtail as well. However, today we're focusing on our chicken foot. So let's get into that. Hey guys, today I'm going to be making some chicken foot sauce. So here I have some chicken foot that was cleaned. I took off the feet off of it, the nails, and it was rinsed in some lime water. So here I have a pot of water that's vigorously boiling. To that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of salt. So after adding the salt, you're going to add in your chicken feet to the water. And then you're gonna set a timer. I like to just set a timer so I know how long it's been going. So I'm gonna put an hour on this timer. It may or may not take that long. We're gonna check and see how it's doing at that point. So we're gonna come back in less than an hour and see how this has done. Now, as far as the seasoning goes, for seasoning this sauce, you're gonna be making like a pickle sauce. So to make that sauce, you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of vinegar, 1 bunch of green onions chopped. I have some bandania / Chardon Benni. I'm gonna be chopping that up as well. You're gonna need a whole lime. You're gonna need an onion that's roughly chopped, some minced garlic, a cucumber, hot sauce, and some green seasoning. I made this green seasoning from scratch. And yeah, so I'm gonna be setting up these ingredients with the measurements into a bowl, and you're gonna see what that looks like. First, I'm gonna chop my onion up and my cucumber, and then I'll be back to show you how I add in these measurements. So we're gonna make a pickling sauce so that when the chicken foot's done, we can rinse it and add it directly into the sauce that's ready for it. So now we have all the cucumbers chopped, our Chardon Benni chopped, our lemon is halved, our green onions are chopped, our onion is half sliced and then it's half cut and then sliced into these thin shreds. And we have our vinegar, our water, some black pepper, some salt, some garlic, pepper sauce, and green seasoning. So we're gonna start off by adding our water. The measurement on the water is 2 cups. Then we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, tablespoon of salt, 1 full tablespoon. Add the vinegar to that. That was a 1/4 cup of vinegar. Add our cucumbers and our onions and our green onions and our Chardon Benni. So next we're gonna be adding 1/2 teaspoon of minced garlic. And then from my hot sauce, which is very hot, I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon. So I don't, definitely not gonna put any more because this pepper is super, super hot. Like, I'll say about a tablespoon of green seasoning. After the green seasoning, we're gonna be adding our lime to it. So we're gonna add this full lime to it. So after adding all those ingredients to it, we're gonna give it a mix to incorporate all those flavors. So this is like a pickled sauce at this point. So we're gonna let those cucumbers and everything else in here soak. When the chicken foot is done cooking, we're gonna give it a rinse. Make sure it's nice and cool before we add it to this sauce. And taste it for salt too. Maybe you need a bit more. So y'all, it's been about 30 minutes with the chicken foot boiling. Most of the water has disappeared. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna top it back up with some hot water. I'm using hot water so that I don't lose any temperature. It's gonna start boiling right away. So we fill it back up with some hot water for it to boil some more. It's not quite cooked yet. We'll check it again. And yeah, we just let that go ahead and boil for the rest of the half an hour there. And that's about it. Okay, also my 1 hour timer just beeped. So all I did was I checked it and topped it up with some more water. And I set another timer for 30 minutes. So basically it's quite tender, but it's not the tenderness that I like. So I think another half an hour of boil time will get it to where I need it to be. So we're gonna let this boil away again for half an hour more than the hour. Okay, also my chicken feet was boiling for an hour and a half. So what I do next is I just strain it off into a drainer, and then I transfer it back into the pot, and then I put the pot in the sink and I let it run cold water just to help cool down the chicken foot. So I'll rinse that a couple of times till it cools down. So here I have the soaking ingredients that we had pre-seasoned and pickled, and I have the chicken foot that's been rinsed and brought down to room temperature. It's cool now, it's not hot. So now that it's drained off and all that excess water is out of it, we're gonna be adding it directly into our pickled mixture, and we're gonna give it a stir to incorporate. So here we go. This is the chicken foot sauce that is going to be soaking. This will be ready to serve in, let's say, like you need at least an hour of it to soak before you can serve it, just so that everything intermingles with each other, and you know, the chicken actually absorbs, the chicken foot absorbs the flavors that are in here. So for me, I probably won't eat it for another 3 hours, but minimum 1 hour of soaking.